What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you are new here, please make sure you go ahead and slap the shit out of that like button because it helps support my channel. Also, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming reaction videos, music videos, fun television reviews, movie reviews, all that stuff. And also just because I don't have a post schedule, so if you want to be here when I post a video or a reaction, you have to hit the notification bell. I only post when I feel cute, so make sure you hit that bell. We are reviewing and reacting and telling you how I feel and ranting and raving about the Squid Game today. I don't know if you guys have seen this show on Netflix, and barely do I come on here and do a full series reaction because I'd like to think that I do so much here on this variety channel. We cover a lot of things, so there is some content that I just save for myself. I just like to soak it in and enjoy it on my time off and just relax, and I call it my Nigel content, my me time. But then every now and then I'm like, hold on. We gotta bring this to the channel. We gotta talk about it because it's too juicy. It's too much information. It's too, you have to see the show. If you haven't seen it, let this be your little push to actually watch the series because there's so much to be taught. There's so much to be said. And I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really loved it from beginning to end. I feel like they did such a good job growing the characters. They did such a good job keeping you entertained. And I'm someone who, when I watch a show, I'm looking at the set, I'm looking at the actors, I'm looking at the talent, I'm looking at the dialogue, I'm looking at the interactions between all of those things together. And this is a show that covered all of those things and did a good job intertwining them. And the colors, the storyline, the characters individually, but then also the characters and the way they interacted with each other was just beautifully written and so well done. And also it hits home because everyone played some of these child games when you were little, and I feel like there's so many themes that bounce between your childhood and the harsh realities of adulthood, and there's so much that I related to in this, and especially just to be clear and just to be real, the idea of this desperation for this much money. And I mean, I think everyone has, if you've never been in debt or you don't have a little bit of something or some bills, then great for you, but mostly everyone has. And I know for me, I felt, maybe I wasn't billions as well in debt as these people are, but I could feel their desperation and understand, especially when it came to the storyline with even the main character and wanting to help out his mother and his daughter and things like that, and just wanting to provide for his family. I mean, who does not want to do that? And I think the idea that you're willing to go this far is obviously barbaric and crazy, but amazing idea for a television show, because at the end of the day, you're getting to see what people would actually do and how far they're willing to go for that amount of security for their family, their friends, and for themselves. So I give the show 5 stars. I absolutely enjoyed it. I thought it was so good. There's so many themes to be covered. There's so many things to relate to, and it's one of those shows, I never understood people who watch shows that are very family and sitcom-y, because I always felt okay, that's so real life. You can get that, it's so close to you in real life. I like to watch shows that are really dystopian and out there and far-fetched to the point where it's not something that hopefully, you would ever encounter. And this was one of those shows where and when it first started and when I first saw the preview for this show, I remember thinking okay, there's a show Hunger Games versus Saul is what it sounds like. It looks good. And I remember thinking I hope they give me enough information throughout the series of the show. I remember thinking I hope they show me how they get to the games, why the people are at the games, who were they before the games. And sure enough, episode 1, that's what they were doing. Who was this guy before the games, getting to know the characters. And even when we got to the games, they still continue to have various storylines around the games that allowed you to learn about the ins and outs of the games, the people in the games, the people owning the games. I'm a huge fan of Hunger Games and all that stuff like that, and the whole Saw series. I'm very I don't like horror, but I do like puzzly things, so I was here for it. And And I was seeing so many articles, and one of the reasons why I had to stop in and just talk to you guys, because I was seeing that this is like really, really big. So I was like, all right, maybe some of my subscribers have seen the show. Maybe we could talk about it in the comments. What did you guys get from it? What did you learn from it? How were you feeling watching it? I just felt like it hit very close to home, very close to like even American civilization, where everyone has those bills and that little bit of money, or that reach for security, which I felt like these people so desperately wanted. I also do have to say that there are so many moments where my jaw hit the floor, and another reason why like I'm here doing the review / reaction / rant / wanting to talk about it, because never like have I ever watched a show and I'm like, and my mouth dropped. Like, and I think the first scene with the first game where the first killings occur, my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe how violent it was. I couldn't believe how real things got so quickly. And when they left, it was almost like I was so with them. Like when they left the games, I was like, yes, I would be out of there. Like, screw that. But I also continue to think about the games, and wonder, like, what would it be like if they went back? What happens if they win? What were the other games? And sure enough, by the next couple episodes, they were going back. So it was just like everything was so well thought out, and also just beautiful. Like the set, I'm such like 80% of what I love in Netflix series and shows is costumes and set design and things like that. And this is a set that is just so colorful, so beautiful, and there's so much room to create and like go outside the box. And I think the art directors and everyone involved really had a lot of fun and a lot of like creative juices exploding all over this project, because there was so much, even the cinematography and some of the, like the last fight scene with the camera above them with the rain and all, just so good. Like, guys, watch the show. Like, seriously, watch. Like, if I have not convinced you already, I hope that it's like we are 50% there, because I need you to just get into this. I need you to get into this. It's like art. It really is. Like, it's art. From the way it's casted, from the way my heart sunk and I cried when certain people died. I couldn't believe how emotionally invested I was in some of the characters by the end of the series. And that is what something else I look for. I'm looking to fall in love with these characters. I'm looking to fall in love with their relationships. And that was something I started to do by episode 1 and 2. Like, I was just so into these characters, and to see them peeled off one by one was just breaking my heart. And it's just very dramatic, very traumatic experience. And again, that's how I like to feel at the end of a series or at the end of a movie. Like, there's so much drama and so much drama and trauma, all the above in my own life, that I'm just like, can I see it in the television version in someone else's life? And this is a good escape. Like, I think that's what we all want from movies, television shows, music, media in general. We're looking to escape our own realities and our own problems and our own insecurities, and just follow someone else's for an episode or 2 or 8. And this gives you that. This gives you that escape into someone else's problems. And there's a lot more problems in here than you could ever think to have in your own everyday life. And it's just juicy. It's a good show, a good series, very well thought out, very beautiful relationships, very good plot, very good themes, very good elements, very good acting, very good interactions, very good name. Even the Squid Game, juicy, beautiful name. Just good. Just good job, Squid Game. Good job, Netflix. Give me more of this juiciness. If you guys know of any other dystopian, beautiful, long series like this, or even animes, cartoons, movies, whatever, let me know in the comments down below what you think I should react to next, or what you think I should watch on my own. Just knowing how much I enjoyed this, I'm sure so many people know of some of the titles that maybe like relate to this in some way. But yeah, either way, thank you so much for watching this review / rant / reaction with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have not seen the series, please go watch it. Then come back and let me know in the comments that you watched it, because I told you to, and that you loved it. If you have watched it, please let me know your favorite part down in the comments below. Also, just say hi and tell me where you're from, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.